Hello and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Eye. We've got a great episode this week. Anthony is taking a look back at this year's Miss Ford High pageant. Julia is talking with some of our staff to learn more about our assistant principals. And I'm talking with a local business owner about how he started his own chiropractic office. But first, let's give it to Anthony to learn more about this year's pageant.
On Saturday the 25th, Fred T. Ford hosted its annual Miss Fred T. Ford pageant over at Jacobs Ford Middle School. 21 students participated, but only one could bring home the crown, alongside scholarship money and the opportunity to do charity work for their community. Aside from this, participants had their own reasons for signing up.
I signed up because I thought it would be a fun experience, and my cheer coach, she encourages us to do the pageant because her daughter does pageants and she won Miss NC Teen. So I thought it would be a fun experience.
I heard that I could mess with fashion and I just really wanted to go on stage again, and it was just so much fun to be creative with clothing.
I just think that it's something fun to do for the school, and I mean, it gets you involved and you get to do community service with the school if you do it.
I've been doing pageants since I was 6, and I did this pageant last year, so my mom she likes to put me in them, and I really just enjoy the atmosphere of them.
As longtime contestants of pageants know, more than just a desire to participate was needed to win Miss Fred T. Ford. Lots of practice and personal preparation was required of the participants as well.
We had to practice all these dance routines, and we had to do these formations, and we had to plan outfits. It was a lot of fun.
I've gone to the practices and I've learned how to walk on stage, and I've practiced what I'm going to say on stage.
Well, I've been to every practice, and at home I've tried to do the steps and stuff and redo the dances.
Despite all of this hard work, some participants kept coming back time and time again.
I mean, I'm more experienced this year, so I know the gist of it, and I'm more comfortable with talking in front of people.
Well, because I wanted to try it again to see if I could, still get the stuff right and just try it again.
While the goal of pageants are usually very similar, there are key factors between them all that make each one a new experience. And the feeling of being on stage or knowing that you did well is a constant between them all.
It's so much fun, but everything else completely washes away. My main focus was mostly on where I'm moving next. I didn't even see through my eyes. I just saw through my feet and where I was supposed to go.
I really enjoyed this pageant more than others because it is a school-related pageant. We get to do a bunch of stuff within the school, and it's just nice to be able to represent Fred T. Ford as a whole.
Thank you so much to those who participated, and congratulations to Addison Setzer for winning Miss Fred T. Ford and Ray Williams for winning Junior Miss Fred T. Ford. Now, back to you, Heather.
Thanks, Anthony, and congrats to Ray Williams and Addison Setzer on winning this year's pageant. It was a great way to end the month of March. Now that it's April, it's time for Assistant Principal Appreciation Week to commemorate our fantastic principals and assistant principals here at Fred T. Ford for all of the hard work they put in. Julia?
Today is the start of National Assistant Principals Week, so we took a look at what goes into being an assistant principal. Assistant Principal Sammy Schrader and Deborah Pitts talk about what they do each day.
Every day's different, and that's what I think makes this job fun, and you never know what you're going to get into coming to work.
Oh goodness, my morning starts out with going up to the buses, hopefully getting into teachers' classrooms and walking around the school, just checking in on everybody.
The APs have to work with a lot of people to keep them cool, calm, and collected. Teacher Danny Williamson and Coach Meredith Lombardi talk about the open lines of communication.
And being the volleyball coach, you face different types of challenges, whereas, what should I do at practice? How should I handle this situation? And he does a really good job of, kind of calming me down, calming the other coaches down, just kind of keeping us level-headed.
She's always willing to communicate. Every time she walks by my door, she always talks. And if I have to drive the school bus, she's real nice when she comes and asks me to drive to school. But so
Being head of the school can be a lot to juggle, but with Pitts and Schrader, it takes the pressure off of Mr. Westmoreland.
We've got a pretty good team here as far as working together. So areas that I may be weaker in, they kind of help build me up there. Like I'm really bad with names, you know, and those two know everybody's names and they know family members and they know the community really well. And I do too, but I struggle with names. So they're always helping me out.
Not only do they support Mr. Westmoreland, but they make it a point to support everyone else in the school.
He's going to have your back in a lot of different situations, and I think that just says a lot with the support here at Ford.
Between Schrader and Pitts, they have over 20 years of experience here at Ford.
They're committed to this place. They're committed to me. They're committed to our mission and our vision, and they're committed.
It may sound like they're here 24/7, but when they do get free time, they have lots that they do at home.
I love to play tennis. Sometimes I have good days, sometimes I don't have good days. But I love playing tennis. I'm part of a USTA tennis league.
I love to play golf, so do that a lot on the weekends in the summer. Don't get to play as much. And then spending time with our family at the beach. That's kind of what we do, a big family reunion.
Assistant Principals Week may end on the 7th, but that doesn't mean that we have to stop appreciating them. Make sure to thank Pitts and Schrader extra this week for all that they do. On behalf of everyone here at Tiger Eye News, thank you so much for what you do. Back to you, Heather.
Thanks to Miss Pitts, Schrader, and Westmoreland, it takes a lot of hard work to keep Freddie Ford running. Taking a trip downtown, we're looking at what it takes for Dr. Matt Kirkland to keep his office running well. Marking his 1-year anniversary of having his own business in February of this year, Dr. Kirkland explains some of the challenges of starting your own business and how he has overcome them.
I actually started as a mobile chiropractor, so I had to try to find a place to practice in, which was probably one of the hardest parts, was just finding something I could afford without any kind of financial assistance. It's vital that you get your name out there, because if people don't know where you are, they're not going to come see you.
Having problems getting started running his own business, Matt found solutions to make his chiropractic office what it is today.
Well, the banks aren't very helpful for small businesses, so that was tough getting started, but I was able to get a small loan here and there, and that kind of got the ball rolling, and it's just kind of snowballed since then, so it's been a lot easier.
The Chamber of Commerce is a business organization that comes together for community improvement.
I got really active in the chamber, and that really helped me a lot, getting out there networking, trying to build my credibility, trying to build my name, getting more visible, and that took about a year.
Matt has his own reason for starting New Directions Chiropractic to help his patients deserve the service they are paying for.
Well, I got tired of the money schemes and the revolving door cattle herd chiropractic clinics, just in and out, in and out, in and out. I wanted to treat patients the way that I feel like they need to be treated. I want patients to be heard.
Majoring at Lenore Ryan in Human Services, Julia Eggers has been coming to New Direction for a few months and has already noticed a difference in her day-to-day life since her first appointment.
Makes everything feel looser and more comfortable, and like if I go a period of time, you can feel the difference.
Catherine Sigmund does a competitive dance and has been able to continue with her daily life easier on and off the stage since first being adjusted.
When I dance, or if I'm just walking around or laying down or sitting or anything, sometimes I'll notice I'll tense up like that, and it's less often now.
Dr. Kirkland explains what could be difficult for new patients to understand about the process of chiropractic, and that it's more of a commitment to see continuous results than one might think.
It's not a one and done fix. It's like a consistency, like working out or eating healthy. It's not something you just want to do because you feel like it. It's something you do daily to be better.
Big thanks to Matt for letting me get some info on how he got started. I wish you the best for you and your business in the future. Well, that's all for this week, and we'll see you the next.